I've been creating content on YouTube for almost 8 years now, and when you've been making content for that long, you're bound to look back on some of it unfavorably. Now, don't get me wrong, I have made brick films that I am very proud of. However, I have also made brick films that I do not like at all. And today, that's what I'm going to be talking about. Before I begin this list, though, I do have one rule. I will not be putting any video of mine that is less than a minute long on here. Mainly because the ones that I want to talk about are longer than a minute. Anyway, let's count down my top 5 worst brick films. Number 5, Lego Batman World's Smallest Apartment. The plot of this episode is a complete ripoff of a Sunrich Studios episode also titled World's Smallest Apartment. The only difference being that it's not very funny. The dialogue is terrible. Robin has this annoying chipmunk voice that I eventually got rid of. The animation is garbage. Half of the episode isn't even animation, it's just recordings. And the ending...
So, in conclusion, my story of how I became your butler was I robbed this man and I became your butler immediately. It doesn't make sense. No, I don't. Shut up, Batman. It makes perfect sense. Well, I'm just glad we're back. I mean, that hotel stinks. Yeah, I'm glad we're back too. Well, anyway, I'm Batman. And Batman, peace out.
What? This one is pretty bad, but it's lower on the list simply because, unlike the upcoming entries, this one at least has a plot. It's a plot directly ripped off from another brick film, but at least it has a plot. So that's something, I guess. Number 4, Lego Ask Batman, Episode 3. If any of you watching this right now are old subscribers, you may remember an old series that I had on this channel titled Lego Ask Batman. I only made 3 of them, and the third and final episode, in my opinion, is the worst one. For one thing, there's only 4 questions that Batman answers in this video, which is not enough to make a full episode out of. The credits go on forever, my line deliveries have very low energy to them, and the ending is super random. Well, okay, it's not entirely random. It does follow up on the ending of episode 2, but it still feels like filler in a series that's about asking Batman questions. The first 2 episodes aren't exactly my best videos out there, but they're at least competent, kinda, and the second one even has nice set design. But this one is just nothing but filler. And speaking of filler, number 3, Lego Batman, A Death in the Family. This episode of Lego Batman is pretty much nothing but filler. A lot of the episode is just long and drawn out freeze frames with poorly drawn art. A lot of it is literally just super long recordings because I guess I was just too lazy to animate or something. I literally put a black screen on for over a minute that tells the audience to skip ahead if they are bored. Oh man, this is just pure laziness. The tone for this episode is super inconsistent. Looking back on it, the beginning of the episode is literally a comedy with Robin swearing at Batman and Batman making fun of Emmett. Then the rest of the episode is suddenly about Batman and Alfred mourning Robin's death, in which Robin gets killed by a slowly moving car. I can't believe this. I can't believe I thought this was quality entertainment back then. Lastly, this intro is complete garbage.
Gotham City, Gotham City, Gotham City, Gotham City.
Ugh, yikes. Moving on. Number 2 is a tie between Jack and the Sword Episode 4 and Jack and the Sword Episode 5. I put both of these super high simply because of when they came out. The other ones on the list came out in either 2017 or 2018, when my content was at its worst. But this one came out in 2020 after my content had started improving. Not to mention that both of these are direct follow-ups from Jack and the Sword Episode 3, which in my opinion is the best episode of the entire series. So there is absolutely no excuse for both of these episodes to be what they are. Short, so short that they are shorter than both Episode 1 and Episode 2. Admittedly decently animated, but nowhere near as good as it could have been. And they don't add much to the story of Jack and the Sword. They were rushed. Now don't get me wrong, How Lego Batman Saved Christmas 3 was rushed as well. But with that video, I put all of my effort and dedicated most of my short time that I had to make that video happen before Christmas. And I'll tell you guys the story about that eventually. But with these two, I barely put any effort into them. And speaking of barely any effort, oh boy, my number 1 worst brick film is Lego Minecraft Special. This is so bad. Like, this is awful. A long time ago, I deleted all of my videos that I made before Lego Batman World's Smallest Apartment. And honestly, I regret doing that. I don't like erasing my origins, as I feel it was necessary to get to where I am today. However, if I were to still delete any of my videos today, it would be this one. The jokes in this are terrible. All of them. The animation is a joke. The voice acting is atrocious. The only kinda good skit in this video is this one.
Wait a minute, this isn't Minecraft? That doesn't even sound like Minecraft. Where am I?
That's it. I'm out of here.
First Sonic the Hedgehog?
No, wait, come back.
Now this?
But even this one is just recycled from my first Sonic fanfic movie video. But instead with Minecraft. In fact, that's the biggest problem with this entire video. It has nothing to do with Minecraft. It is literally just random, unfunny nonsense with Minecraft characters. Pathetic. Awful. Easily the worst brick film I've ever made. And probably will ever make. So those are my picks for my top 5 worst brick films. Do you agree with my picks? Do you disagree with them? Let me know what you think my worst brick film is. And stay tuned, because next time I'll be counting down my top 5 best brick films. I also have some other brick films in the works, so until then, I'll see you later. Art Films, out.